Hey traders, Rocky here. And in today's free video, we're going to talk about some currencies. Now, the last few weeks in the premium updates and in the chat room, we've been talking a lot about buying US dollars and buying yen. And one of the things that I think a lot of Forex traders think is to trade currencies. It's the only way. And Forex is great. I've been trading it since 99, 2000. I love it. But there are ways to trade currencies in both the futures and the ETFs. So let me show you two examples, both of which we took some profits on today. And that is using either the currency futures or the currency share ETFs to trade things that people think you need to be a Forex trader to do. If you want to be a Forex trader, that's terrific. We actually have a 6-hour seminar that I recorded that's available to members in the Learning Center because it's that important to me that you understand how important currencies are. But let's take a look at the pound here. What we're looking at is an overall downtrend. I think for those of you that have been following these videos, you know that's the case. Lots of red grab candles, exhaustion at the wave, propulsion dots, all that good stuff. So this is a very recent trade. I mean, we've been shorting pound for a very long time, but let's talk about the most recent short, which is right there. And we're looking at different targets on the way down. So there's this one right here. Okay, there's another one down in here. So what I'm looking for are opportunities to be proactive, take profits while I can, not when I have to, and then cutting down through that support level as the news continues to get surprisingly bad again out of the UK and Brexit. Shocking. We take a little bit of our profits off the table, and we look to head down to the next target. And we look down to head to the next target. So we scale out of a position. So, of course, you could look at the British pound futures to put the same trade on. Or, for those of you that are uncomfortable with futures or Forex, and you know what, this is something I like to mention. We have a lot of members that don't trade futures. I know that sounds crazy in a futures room, but we have quite a few members that don't trade futures. They actually trade the stocks that I talk about relating to the broader averages. They trade ETFs. They trade the ETFs of the broader averages like the SPY and the QQQ, but we have a futures first perspective. If you understand what's going on in currencies and commodities and futures or Forex, your view of the overall trading landscape, I think, is a much more well-rounded one as opposed to simply straight up looking at individual equities, right? So while we do wander into many individual equities, we got short a number of them this week, like Citi and Intel, and we still look at the broader averages and ETFs. So here, we're actually looking at the ETF of the British pound, which as you can see is heading down towards the point of control for the month of August, and a really great place to proactively scale out of some of that pound short position that we just put on. Same thing goes with the euro. This is the FXE ETF. Here's the euro, US Forex, and then the euro FX, right? And then FXE. They're all heading lower. They were all shorts. What we did here is we actually put a trade on that was long puts. That's a very easy risk control way to get in a market that's been a little wild at times, right? Put on a nice little short, and then as we break down, we take profits while we can, not when we have to. So we've scaled out. We've limited our, we've limited our risk by moving to a break-even stop. And now, here's my favorite part. We get to see how low is low. While knowing we've paid ourselves, that's my job, and I've moved my stop to a break even, so I'm protecting my capital, my other job, right? So think about that next time you're looking at currencies. Don't shy away from them. There's a lot of ways to trade them. Long dollar continues to be a great trade that you can focus on. And we'll talk more about the euro, the yen, the pound, and the dollar in the premium video. Currencies are on the move again, gang. They've been kind of quiet for just a little bit, but I think it's super important to keep an eye on what's going on with these central banks, not only for equities, but also on trading money. All right, gang, enjoy your weekend. I'll see you in the next update.